Liking this course? Awesome. But don't stop here. We've got free courses on everything from marriage advice to parenting hacks to getting your business off the ground. Plus, we're adding new courses every week, so there's always something fresh to learn. Have an idea for a course you want to see? Let us know by emailing info@freecoursesforall.com. That's freecourses, the number 4.com. Again, that's freecourses, the number 4, all.com. Now, back to your lesson. Module 3.1, How to Come Up with Business Ideas. Welcome to one of the most exciting and sometimes overwhelming parts of entrepreneurship, coming up with your big business idea. This is the moment where you go from, I want to start a business, to, I've got a plan. It's that spark of creativity that, with some hard work, could turn into a thriving company. No pressure, right? But here's the thing. You don't need a world-changing, Nobel Prize-worthy idea to start a business. Some of the most successful businesses didn't reinvent the wheel. They just took something that already existed and made it better, faster, or more convenient. So if you're staring at a blank page wondering, how do I come up with something amazing? Don't panic. We're going to break this down step by step. And yes, you'll even have a little fun with it. Step 1. Start with problems. Yours, theirs, everyone's. The best business ideas solve a problem. The more annoying or widespread the problem, the more people will be willing to pay for the solution. Think about the last time you grumbled about something inconvenient. Could that be the seed for a business idea? Could you make that problem go away for people? Here's a fun exercise. Spend a day or two just observing the world around you. Every time you encounter a problem, no matter how small, jot it down. Did you get frustrated when you couldn't find parking? Annoyed that your favorite cafe runs out of almond milk by 10 a.m.? Or maybe your phone battery is always dying at the worst possible moment. Problems, opportunities. Some of the best businesses were built by founders who said, this thing is a pain. What if I could make it easier? For example, Uber solved the problem of inconvenient taxis. Airbnb solved the problem of overpriced hotels. Even something as simple as Velcro came from someone looking at how annoying zippers can be. Step 2. Think about your own skills and passions. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? Finding a business idea that aligns with your skills and passions makes the entire entrepreneurial journey more enjoyable. Plus, if you're already knowledgeable or experienced in a certain area, you'll have a head start. Here's the thing. You don't need to have a revolutionary skill to create a business. Maybe you're really good at organizing closets, fixing bikes, or designing websites. It doesn't have to be flashy. It just has to be something that people need and are willing to pay for. If you're stuck, start by making a list of your hobbies, skills, and experiences. Then ask yourself, is there a business in there? Could you teach others how to do what you do? Could you provide a service or product that helps people with that skill? Sometimes your unique talents can uncover business opportunities that you wouldn't have considered before. Step 3. Steal like an entrepreneur. Legally, of course. I know, stealing sounds bad, but hear me out. What we're talking about here is getting inspired by businesses that are already successful. Look around at what's working. What are other businesses doing that you could tweak, improve, or bring to a new audience? You don't have to come up with a completely original idea. Some of the best businesses simply took an existing concept and did it better. Look at Facebook. It wasn't the first social media platform, but it took the concept and improved it. Same with Starbucks. It didn't invent coffee, but it sure made it feel a lot cooler to order. So, start by doing some research on businesses and industries you're interested in. What are they doing well? Where are they falling short? Is there a gap in the market that you could fill? Or could you bring a successful idea to a new location or demographic? Inspiration is everywhere. You just have to keep your eyes open. Step 4. Brainstorm like a kid. Get messy. Now that you've got some direction, it's time to brainstorm. And when I say brainstorm, I mean the no-holds-barred, go-crazy type. Don't worry about whether your ideas are realistic or even good yet. This is the phase where you get as many ideas on paper as possible, no matter how wild or weird they seem. Grab a notebook, whiteboard, or anything you can scribble on and just start writing. Set a timer for 10 or 15 minutes and go nuts. Think about problems you've noticed, trends in the market, your skills, and businesses you admire. Write down anything that comes to mind. Right now, quantity is more important than quality. Here are a few brainstorming prompts to get you going. What's something you complain about all the time? What's a task that you wish could be easier? What's a product or service you've always wished existed? What's a product or service you use all the time that you think could be improved? Remember, this isn't about perfection. The goal is to get your creative juices flowing. You can refine the ideas later. Step 5, validate your idea before you get too attached. All right, so you've got some ideas and a few of them seem pretty promising. Now comes a crucial step, validating your idea. This is where you make sure there's actually a market for what you want to offer. It's one thing to think you've got a killer idea. It's another to know that people will actually pay for it. Here's how to start validating your business idea. Talk to people. Find potential customers and ask them about the problem you're trying to solve. Do they have that problem? Would they pay for a solution? If so, how much? Look at competitors. Are other businesses offering something similar? If so, great. It means there's a market. Now figure out how you can differentiate yourself. Test it. Start small. Create a basic version of your product or service. We call this a minimum viable product, or MVP, and see if people bite. Set up a simple website, list your idea on social media, or offer your service to a few friends to see how it's received. The goal here is to get real feedback from real people before you invest too much time or money. You want to make sure there's demand before you dive in headfirst. What if you're still stuck? If you've gone through these steps and still don't have a solid business idea, don't worry. This process takes time. Keep brainstorming, keep talking to people, and keep looking for problems to solve. Inspiration can strike at the weirdest times, in the shower, at the grocery store, while binge watching Netflix. So just stay open to ideas. Remember, the best ideas don't always hit you like a lightning bolt. Sometimes they come from slow, steady thinking and refining. Don't force it. Keep your eyes open, stay curious, and eventually, that aha moment will come. Coming up with a business idea doesn't have to be intimidating. It's all about identifying problems, looking at your own skills, and getting inspired by the world around you. Whether you're solving an everyday annoyance, building on someone else's idea, or creating something entirely new, the most important thing is to get started. Ideas are great, but it's what you do with them that counts. So go ahead and start brainstorming, observing, and maybe even complaining, in a productive way, of course. You never know where your next big idea might come from. Hey there. Hope you're loving this course. I know it's a lot of info to digest all at once. That's why we offer the accompanying 102-page ebook and downloadable audio files so you can refer back to them whenever you need. You can get them at freecoursesforall.com. That's freecourses, 4, all.com. One more time, that's freecourses, 4, all.com. Now, back to the course. Module 3.2, Evaluating Your Idea, Customer and Market Research. You've come up with a business idea, or maybe a few, and now you're ready to turn that idea into something real. But hold your horses, because before you start printing business cards and launching your website, we need to talk about one crucial step: evaluating your idea. Here's the thing. Just because you think your idea is amazing doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a hit. I know, tough love. That's where customer and market research come in. It's time to do a reality check and figure out if there's actually a market for what you want to sell. In this lesson, we'll walk through the steps of evaluating your idea to see if it's got legs, and most importantly, if it's something that people will pay for. Why market research matters, aka why you shouldn't skip this step. Market research is basically your chance to play detective. Instead of diving headfirst into your business and hoping for the best, you're going to gather as much information as you can about your customers, competitors, and the industry. This way, you're not just guessing about whether your idea will work, you're making decisions based on actual data. And trust me, this will save you time, money, and lots of frustration down the road. When you do market research, you'll learn who your target customers are and what they want, what your competitors are doing and how you can do it better, whether there's enough demand for your product or service. In short, market research helps you figure out if your idea is worth pursuing and how to position it in a way that resonates with your target audience. Step 1. Define your target customer. Don't say everyone. The first rule of market research: you can't sell to everyone. Trust me, trying to appeal to everyone will leave you appealing to no one. Instead, you need to identify a specific group of people who will be most likely to buy your product or service. Start by asking yourself some basic questions. Who are you making this for? What problem are you solving for them? What are their interests, habits, and spending behaviors? To get more specific, think about demographics: age, gender, income level, location, and psychographics: values, hobbies, pain points. For example, if you're selling eco-friendly baby products, your target customer might be eco-conscious new parents in their 20s and 30s who are willing to pay a little extra for sustainable products. Here's a pro tip. If you've got a broad idea, try niching down. Instead of everyone who needs a website, you might target small business owners who want a DIY website with a personal touch. The more specific you get, the easier it will be to create marketing that resonates with your audience. Step 2. Talk to real people. Yes, actual humans. Once you've got an idea of who your target customer is, it's time to get out there and talk to them. I know, this can sound a little daunting, but it's one of the most valuable steps in the process. You want to hear from potential customers about their needs, challenges, and how they currently solve the problem you're addressing. Here are a few ways to do this. Surveys. Create a short online survey and share it with people who fit your target customer profile. Ask them about their pain points, buying habits, and whether they'd be interested in your solution. Interviews. Yes, actual one-on-one conversations. Reach out to people who fit your target audience and ask if they'd be willing to chat. The insights you'll get from these conversations can be pure gold. Focus groups. Gather a small group of potential customers and present your idea to them. See how they react, what questions they ask, and whether they seem excited about your solution. Your goal here is to get honest feedback, not just polite smiles. Find out if your solution genuinely solves a problem for your target audience and if they'd be willing to pay for it. You might even uncover some challenges or concerns that you hadn't considered before. That's a good thing. Better to know now than after you've invested a ton of money. Step 3. Spy on your competitors without being creepy. Let's talk competition. Every business has competitors, even if they aren't direct ones. Your job is to figure out who's already offering a similar product or service and how you can differentiate yourself. Start by making a list of your competitors. This includes both direct competitors, businesses offering the exact same thing, and indirect competitors, businesses offering a different solution to the same problem. Here's what you'll want to look at: their product or service. What exactly are they offering? How is it priced? What are its strengths and weaknesses? Their customers. Who are they targeting? Is it the same audience as yours, or is there a different segment they're appealing to? Their marketing. How are they promoting their business? What messaging are they using? What social media platforms or advertising channels are they on? Now here's the key. Don't just copy your competitors. Instead, use this information to figure out how you can stand out. What can you offer that they don't? Can you provide a more personalized experience? Better pricing? A more niche product? Your goal is to find your unique selling proposition, USP, and use it to carve out your space in the market. Step 4. Analyze the market. Is there room for you? You've got a target customer, you've talked to people, and you've scoped out the competition. Now it's time to look at the bigger picture. The market. You need to answer a few key questions. How big is the market? Is there enough demand for your product or service? If you're entering a crowded market, how will you stand out? If the market is small, is there enough room for you to make a profit? Is the market growing? You want to get into a market that's expanding, not one that's on the decline. For example, starting a DVD rental business in 2024 might not be the best idea. Thanks, Netflix. But launching a streaming service, now we're talking. What are the trends? Look at what's happening in the industry. Are there any trends or shifts that you can take advantage of? For example, if you're in the food industry, plant-based diets are on the rise. Can you create a product that taps into that trend? By understanding the market, you'll be able to position yourself strategically and avoid jumping into an overcrowded or shrinking industry. Step 5. Test the waters with a minimum viable product. You've done the research and things are looking good. Now it's time to test your idea in the real world. This is where the concept of the minimum viable product, MVP, comes in. The idea is to create a simplified version of your product or service and see how people react to it. The goal of an MVP isn't to be perfect, it's to test your concept as quickly and cheaply as possible. You want to get your product out there, collect feedback, and make improvements based on real-world responses. Here's how you might do it. Service-based business. Start offering your service to a few clients at a lower rate in exchange for feedback. Product-based business. Launch a limited version of your product, maybe with fewer features, and sell it to a small group of people. Online business. Set up a basic website or landing page to gauge interest and collect pre-orders. The MVP phase is all about learning. If people love it, awesome, you're onto something. If they don't, you've just saved yourself a lot of time and money by figuring that out early. Final thoughts. Evaluating your business idea isn't about throwing a dart and hoping for the best. It's about being smart, strategic, and doing your homework. By researching your target customers, analyzing your competitors, and testing the market with an MVP, you'll give yourself the best possible chance for success. So before you dive headfirst into launching your business, take the time to evaluate your idea thoroughly. It might feel like extra work now, but trust me, it's going to pay off big time when your business starts gaining traction with a market that's ready and eager to buy. Now, go forth and research like a boss. Hey there, hope you're enjoying this course. If you are, we have a small favor to ask. Please share it with a friend, family member, or even a random person on the internet, like on a site such as Reddit. These courses are free, so if you've found them helpful, we would be forever grateful if you help spread the word so that people who are on a tight budget can learn about this course on entrepreneurship or our others such as Secrets to a Happy Marriage or Parenting 101. Now back to the course.